Campos just trying to get room. Right footer's in the back of the net for San Antonio.
And it's great to see Dennison slot that ball home, give the home crowd something to cheer about.
Scorpions meeting with the Fort Lauderdale Strikers for a third time this season. The first two meetings finished as 2-2 draws, as both teams would simply come away with a point apiece. And in neither of those matches did either team finish full strength. And Arch, well, tonight, pretty much the same storyline, at least with regard to the physicality. However, one team did walk away with 3 points.
One team walked away with 3 points, and it was the hometown San Antonio Scorpions defending their home turf here at Hero Stadium, getting the 1-0 win thanks to a Pablo Campos goal in the second half. But as you mentioned, plenty of fireworks in the first half. No goals, but fireworks enough.
Yeah, it was Andy Herron who actually picked up the first red card of the match. That left his teammates on the Strikers shorthanded during the first half. Remember, Herron in the last meeting between these two teams was actually the hero, including a go-ahead goal, one of his 2 goals in the 90th minute back on Saturday in Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale would go ahead and allow the equalizer to Campos in that one, pick up their first road win of the season up in Minnesota, hoping to continue that momentum here into the Alamo City.
It was a big loss for Fort Lauderdale. You lose a guy like Herron, such a veteran, experienced player, but foolishly getting the red card for a tackle on West Knight. San Antonio with plenty of chances even before the red card in that first half, unable to take advantage. A couple nice shots from Walter Ramirez, a couple headers that went wide, unable to get the goal. But a funny thing happened for Fort Lauderdale after the Herron red card. Fort Lauderdale almost even kind of opened up on the offensive end, and I think they played better on the offensive end. But come the second half, things became a little bit different.
Well, and the first difference was the second half starting 11. Esteban Bayona, who was coming off the bench tonight, able to check in. Of course, the last 3 game winners for the Scorpions, he could claim all 3, and he had several near misses in the early get-go in that second half for finally Pablo Campos in the 57th minute able to put through the game winner. Opportunity again, and this time it is good. Off the right foot, and Pablo Campos, goal number 11, as he continues to be the thorn in the side of the Strikers.
That was Pablo Campos, well, just being Pablo Campos, dashing down that right side, going right into the area, blowing past the defender, and slotting it home. Wow, just a fantastic strike there from Pablo Campos. Great individual play by Pablo Campos, just bursting down that right side, getting past the defender, and then striking the ball into the back of the net, beating Matt Glazer for the goal. And just a fun celebration from Pablo Campos, as always. But a lot of it's Esteban Bayona attracting that defensive attention on the other side of the ball, giving Campos that freedom where he gets a little bit more space, a little bit more freedom and leeway from the defenders. And that enabled Campos to get into space, get the ball, get the goal. Bayona, who almost had a goal after that, hit one off the post. But shortly after that, and then more fireworks brought to the game. And here we go.
And here's that physicality. This is how things finished back on April 21st, 3 months ago, here at Hero Stadium when the final score was 2-2. It picked right back up in Fort Lauderdale in the second half this past Saturday.
And not a minute on the pitch is Mota Galvan, and already gets tangled up, and some jawing back and forth there between Bayona and Mota Galvan, and looks like some cards are going to be coming here. A lot of finger pointing, of course, trying to point out the guilty parties here, but Mota Galvan already, it looks like he's going to get a card, and it looks like Harms is going to get a card.
Yeah, of course, you're talking about Kevin Harms, the captain, who was unable to finish, picking up his second yellow. And after his 2 yellows equaled red, and of course the straight red back in the first half to Herron, these two teams would finish the match 10-10, but in the end, the final score would hold Scorpions prevailing over the Strikers 1-0. It means the Scorpions stay atop the NASL standings. Of course, Puerto Rico's loss would certainly help things. Scorpions and their leading striker, and Pablo Campos picking up that 11th goal, similarly will remain atop the scoring leaders.
Pablo Campos will face his old team next weekend going against the Carolina Railhawks. Only one time that the San Antonio Scorpions and the Carolina Railhawks have played this season. A late win for the Scorpions, getting a late goal. That sounds like a familiar refrain early in the season. It was actually the first win for the Scorpions in their franchise history, and it's really propelled them on this run that you still see them on.
Again, this was the first of 3 home games for the Scorpions. You noted Carolina is next, and then a week later it'll be Puerto Rico for the 4th and final match. Scorpions have been boasting a home pitch advantage. It all began as Daryl Sattler with another clean sheet tonight. Back on April 21st, the last time Fort Lauderdale was here, they scored 2 goals. Scorpions in the 3 months since have not allowed an opposing goal since here at Heroes Stadium. So Scorpions pick up 3 more points in the standings, remain atop the NASL in this their debut season of 2012. Carolina, the next to come to town on Saturday.